Droll against Ritual decks. Do they just win? Do you just win if you droll them? Because by the way, according to Atenza chat, this is the best deck of the format, guys. This is you remember guys how last stream, do you guys remember we got into an argument and you guys told me like this is the best deck of the format, and you guys all tell me traps are bad. In El Dorado, by the way, El Dorado's not a top 5 deck, guys. El Dorado's not a top 5 deck. Yep. Even though it's the 3rd most popular deck in this tournament, El Dorado not even good, guys. So, yeah, you guys and all the shitty YouTubers, you guys apparently all know the meta, despite the fact that I asked you guys what does this deck do and no one could give me an answer. Anyways, popular equals good. El Dorado is just, again, every deck got objectively worse except VW. Well, I guess technically Zodiac didn't, but I'm sorry, I think El Dorado just has a good VW. If everyone says like VW is one of the best decks, how does El Dorado not have a good matchup versus it? Because, like, you don't give a fuck about VFD. Trap decks don't care about VFD. What's up, Anime Night? How are you doing tonight? I'm doing great. Evil Twin, Eldritch. I played against that deck. I've seen it. I don't really get it, to be honest. Thank you for the host, buddy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really get. I don't get Evil Twin El Dorado. Other than I guess one normal summon is kind of powerful. It just feels. I don't think the El Dorado cards. I don't think they complement the Evil Twin cards. There you go. I keep saying Eldritch is good, and the Eldritch simps keep saying to me that it's not, so it won't get hit. I swear to goodness, I'm gonna fucking rage if we chat. I'm saying this right now. Put this on wax chat. 12/12/2020. If we start talking about hitting El Dorado as an archetype, I'm gonna fucking rage, and I'm gonna make like the Yu-Gi-Oh community is toxic and shitty part 2. That archetype is not good enough for us to start talking about like, well, guess El Dorado needs to get like, stop. I don't even want to hear that, because we're gonna get fucking certain ginger Yu-Gi tubers who may or may not be idiots who are gonna start talking about like, let's hit Sanguine Blade the 1. Like, just stop, please. For the love of my sanity, like, stop. Because there's already someone on Reddit talking about, well, I guess Eldritch needs to get hit now. Like, bro, please. We just went over this, chat. Just because you are the 5th best deck of a format does not mean you need to get hit. We just went through this with Dinosaur. Like, Miscellany, I guarantee you Dinosaur is gonna have like one player in the top 8, and that deck would be completely dead if Miss went to 1, or obviously banned. Cody was playing Evil Twin Eldritch. I mean, it's like, I'm not saying it's bad, so I'm just, to me, I don't get how the El Dorado cards complement the Evil Twin cards at all. Like the one here's the one pairing I do like, chat. I like Dogmatica Eldritch. The reason why I personally like those two combined, that's like actually the only pairing I really like. The reason why I like Dogmatica El Dorado is because Dogmatica inherently searches traps, which is what the entire El Dorado deck is anyways. So like, if you can normal summon Ecclesia, get like a trap that pops 2 cards, and then have your other El Dorado cards, like that's kind of like that's like good synergy. But like Zodiac, Eldritch, Evil Twin, like they don't really complement each other. So that's just my take, Chad. I'm obviously not like an expert or anything. How is this song? Hold on, it must be the volume on my that's why. I have my computer set to 100. I'm sorry. Sometimes, chat, I watch my videos off stream and I turn my computer volume up to 100, but I usually keep it on 67. So I'm like, why the fuck this volume is only on like why is this song so loud? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was too loud. Zodiac is hella overrated. Which white Yu-Gi tuber is a ginger? Well, to be a ginger, you have to have red hair, right? Chat, to be a ginger, don't you have to have red hair? There's only like one red-haired Yu-Gi tuber, so I'm like, what? there's only one red-haired Yu-Gi tuber who may or may not have said 6 months ago that Sanguine needs to get hit. Big Pimpin' apparently agrees. All white people look the same. How does Sanguine... Here's the problem. If you hit Sanguine, the deck is basically dead. Unless, hold on. The spell that summons from the deck, that's not a quick play, right? If it's a quick play, then the deck is fine. But it's just it's just good. Why? Big Pimpin', you do this with every deck. You hate everything. What's that one dude, Ryan something? I forget what his name is. It's like Ryan, he's like the Duel Academy. He was making his argument, like, what do people want to be the meta? Like, what do you guys want to be the meta? I feel like some of your players hate, you guys hate everything. Ryan Yu, no, not you. I know Ryan Yu, he's Asian. This guy's white.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Ojamas. Did you get a donation?
Stream's gonna get so dank tonight. Stream's gonna get so dank.
Hey, Ryla guys. My man.
Stream's gonna get so dank.
Let's start the stream right.
That's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Let's start stream right. Yesterday watched live stream of TFS's Machine Abridged finale movie. They said it was coincidence that they scheduled for the day after Sephiroth's Smash reveal.
Thank you very much, Ryla guys. Oh, you're talking about the Final Fantasy 7 series. Okay, I'll play that in 1 second. No, this Ryan, I don't remember what his name is, but like, come on. I just think I just hate Yu-Gi-Oh. Fair enough. I just like, what's broken about El Dorado, chat? Like, seriously, what about Eldritch is like so broken that it's good? The whole archetype is basically a bunch of like shitty self-replacing trap cards that don't do anything unless you combine them. Like, none of them in a vacuum do anything, except you get a vanilla 2500. You get the summon Dark Magician. Wow, chat. Press 1 if summoning Dark Magician from the deck is broken. Press 1 in the chat if summoning Dark Magician from the deck is broken, guys. Because I want you guys to know, that's literally what Sanguine Blade does. It summons Dark Magician. It summons a 2500 vanilla monster that doesn't do anything on the field. That's what it does. That's all Sanguine Blade does. and then it gets a shitty DD Crow / pop. Like, the pop is good, but the pop only works if you specifically have that one specific monster in the entire game on the field. And if you don't have it, then you get a shitty vanilla token. Like, El Dorado, when you really think about it, all the cards honestly suck. They suck in a they're good when you combine them, but in a vacuum, if you just look at them in a vacuum, like individually, they're all really terrible. That's why I'm like, El Dorado should never get hit. El Dorado is like, if you look at each card individually, I would argue it's worse than Altergeist by a lot. Because there's no card like Miluseek that's just like insanely good. A Dark Magician that can be a blaster. I mean, I guess, but you have to have it in your hand to be a blaster. It's Ryan Levine. He's the one who I freaking thought it was that guy. Yeah, that's the same guy who said Altergeist is bad. It was him. I think it may have been Calvin Tahan. When I tried to tell those idiots about Multifaker, and they were like, Altergeist is bad. If you're playing Altergeist, you're just bad. And then, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 months later, it ended up winning the YCS in Australia. So yeah, who was right about that, by the way, Ryan? If you ever see this, Altergeist totally bad, gets second place at Worlds, and then wins a YCS like 2 months later. Australia, it doesn't matter. The point is, I'm pretty sure he's like European or no, I think I'm pretty sure he's American. I didn't hear no accent or anything like that. Press 1 if Australia and YCS don't even count. Press 1 if YCS Australia chat don't even count, because it was like 15 people. The point that I'm making is, chat, El Dorado is like, we shouldn't want anything hitting that deck, chat. Like, honestly, I don't think anything in that deck needs to. Maybe... Actually, here, the only card that maybe I could say could get hit where it could go to like 1 and the deck wouldn't die is probably the Cleafort Scout. I think it's called... I was gonna say Golden Land, but hold on. Golden Land Forever is the Infernity Barrier, right? I don't know what the name of the Cleafort Scout card is. Curse Eldland? Okay, Curse Eldland. Because like if you hit Sanguine, the deck is just dead. Because then it has no way of like easily getting to like Lord. So I think the deck would just die unless they give it another trap that summons, but then that would just be redundant because it would be the same card. It really didn't count. Did you know Sacred Beast A Sacred Beast deck with a 13 extra won their nationals this year. How did they have a nationals? I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna play that video. How did they? I heard something like that, but I didn't believe it, chat, because I was like, how did they have a nationals? I mean, I think I've heard on like the BBC radio that Australia has been like one of the few countries in the world where COVID hasn't been like absolutely horrible, but like, how did they even have a nationals like it during COVID? Because I mean, pretty much there have been like no events that have been sponsored by Konami pretty much anywhere except maybe in the OCG a little bit. So like, how the hell did they even have a nationals? What happened to the spell being the same card? Well, that's the thing. The spell is the same card, but it's a regular spell though. So you kind of need like a quick play, because most versions of El Dorado Big Pimp, I think they play one of the spell, because like Triff initially wasn't playing the spell card, and then I dueled against someone who used it, and I was like, wait a minute, isn't this the same thing as Sanguine? I was like, why does no one use this? And I was like, oh, this shit's actually pretty good. But yeah, okay, if Sanguine went to 2, that's fine, but you can't like put it at 1. If you put it at 1, the deck is just dead, because you get to use the spell or the trap one time, and then you're basically just like donezo. So yeah, if it went to 2, that would be okay. All right, I'm gonna play his video right quick, chat. Give me 1 second. Does any before I leave this page, chat, does any of this actually shock any of you guys? Just based on the breakdown. So I guess the most popular deck was Zodiac. Then VW was second. Then El Dorado. Then Drytron and Dinosaur. Chat, did I not tell you that Dragon Link is fucking trash? Like, any of you guys who think Dragon Link and Infernoble are like still good, these decks aren't fucking good anymore. They're just not. I played against Dragon Link. I saw what their first turn board, and I was like, okay, so this is your first turn. Maybe it'll get better, but like, if this is your first turn board, like, I don't get how this is better than PK, because you didn't even summon Dragoon, so I can just like, what's it called? It's a fake event, so I don't care. You said LCS is that was a past format. This is this format, chat. Now the LCS is all we got. Shout outs to Hani Jawari. His last name is pretty hard to pronounce. I'm just calling him Hani. Shout outs to Hani. Dragon Link was made mid format. Dragon Link should always summon Bardiche. You think Dragon Link can summon Bardiche now? How? Doesn't Bardiche require 2 dark monsters? Because like the only Link 2 they summon is the Dragoonity dude, and I'm pretty sure he's wind attribute. So like I don't see them summoning If they can summon Bardiche, that's legit, but I just don't see how they would. Infernoble maybe, chat, but like, because I think they might be able to summon Bardiche, but like, I just don't think Dragon Link is good, because from what I saw, chat, the new Dragon Link inboard, and maybe you guys are right, maybe this will evolve. The new Dragon Link board, I believe, from what I saw, is Appaloosa with, I think, 3. It's Appaloosa, Unchained Abomination, and Savage Dragon. Like, it's okay, but like, number 1, obviously, Dark Ruler just like Shreks it, and Abomination is good if your opponent plays really, really passively. Like, if you actively go at them, Abomination doesn't do shit unless you have like Tracer on the field. But my opponent didn't have that. People only had 2 days to prepare for this event with the new ban list, so it's impossible. Okay, fair enough. To figure out how to play Dragon Link and Infernoble for this tournament where money is at stake. That's a fair argument. If you guys are gonna say people aren't going to test new decks when there's actual money on the line, that's fair. That's fair enough. I'll give you that. But if you guys think it's gonna change, okay, we will see.